Hillary Clinton was at a rally downtown today for her first visit to Columbus in the 2016 presidential campaign. Clinton is facing declining poll numbers and criticism about her private email server. We have team coverage for you tonight. NBC4's Ted Hart and Colleen Marshall were both at the rally. And we begin with you, Colleen, to explain how Clinton is trying to build campaign support and appeal to women voters.
Yeah, in fact, Ellie, this was called Women for Hillary, this rally today, but at least a third of the audience was comprised of men. A few hundred supporters gathered at the Athenaeum to pledge support and to hear Hillary Clinton lay out a plan to advance women and families.
And she will be the first female president of the United States of America.
She was the first female senator in the state of New York, the first lady to be elected to office, and is determined to break through the ultimate glass ceiling by promoting issues like equal pay and reproductive rights.
I will defend a woman's right to choose, and I will defend Planned Parenthood.
She claimed to be the best candidate to work across the aisle to cut through Washington gridlock, but also purposefully highlighted hot-button issues that make her the target of conservative detractors, defending marriage equality, comprehensive but welcoming immigration reform, and
I will work to make sure that once again we have respect between our law enforcement and the communities they police, and that requires us to make some changes together and to understand clearly that Black lives matter.
Clinton is promoting equal pay, 7 days paid sick leave, and 12 weeks paid family leave for women and men. She did not take reporter questions or touch on her scandals, Benghazi, or the private email server she used while Secretary of State.
It's just exciting, and I think she's just the most qualified person to be president.
Do the email scandals and Benghazi bother you?
No.
Why not?
No. Well, because she was the Secretary of State. I put trust and belief that she would do what was best for our country. She would never put people in harm on purpose, and she will tell the truth.
We got into a narrative in the 90s about, we can't trust the Clintons. We just have to dig deep and dig until we find something. I mean, it's bad for the country. I don't think she did anything wrong. I think it's all sort of blown out of proportion.
And this election should be about all of us feeling good about what's right with America and vowing to fix what's wrong with America. And for me...
Now, of course, the people you just heard from are Clinton's supporters. They were inside the Athenaeum, but it was a different story if you stepped outside. And that's where our Ted Hart spent much of the morning, and he is there now live. Ted?
Colleen, there were anti-abortion protesters. There were a handful of young Republicans with signs, but the group that caught our attention were the folks from the Central Ohio for Bernie Sanders campaign.
Inside, Hillary Clinton singled out Donald Trump for his history of launching insults at women, and then she said this.
I have to say, if he emerges, I would love to debate him.
Hillary Clinton wasn't the only one talking about debates. Outside,
we want debate. We want debate.
Supporters of Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders were protesting the shortage of Democratic primary debates. Sanders, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, is attracting huge crowds as he travels across the country.
Our primary purpose is to just ask the DNC for more debates. We would like the DNC to allow debates so that democracy can flourish in America.
The Democratic Party decided to hold only 6 sanctioned primary debates and promised to punish candidates who debate at unsanctioned events. Critics say the party is stacking the deck for Hillary Clinton by limiting opportunities for the other candidates. But 88-year-old Ina Wilson says, debates aside, she wants elected officials who are neither too far right or too far left.
Do you have any thoughts about Bernie Sanders? I mean, would he be somebody you would support?
Well, no, I wouldn't support him because I don't believe he could really be elected, and I want to see American politics come back to the center.
And tonight at 6, we'll take a closer look at the issue of that email scandal and whether or not that has shaken the confidence of some of her core supporters. Live downtown, Ted Hart, NBC4.
All right, many thanks, Ted.